Alright. I finally saved enough money and got my wife's approval to buy my new Insta360 X3. This is a 360-degree action camera that offers a lot of features and possibilities for creative video makers. It has a dual half-inch 48-megapixel sensors that can capture up to 5.7K 360-degree video, 4K single-lens video, 72-megapixel 360-degree photos, and 8K time-lapses. It also has a large 2.29-inch touchscreen user interface, an IPX8 waterproof rating up to 10 meters, and a range of shooting modes. Editing, or as Insta360 calls it, reframing, is made easy since it comes with its own editing tool for iOS, Android, macOS and Windows PC. Insta360 X3 has a slim and compact design that fits easily in your pocket or hand. It measures 114 by 46 by 33.1 mm and weighs 180 grams. Everything is powered up by a 1800 mAh battery. Here it is. It has a rugged but elegant dark gray composite exterior body with a big touchscreen covered by a tempered glass. It has two ultra-wide lenses on opposite sides, with two control buttons on one side and a tripod socket on the bottom. But let's look at the other items in the box first. We have a charging cable here which is a USB-A to USB-C. So you can charge the Insta360 X3 with any phone charger or a power bank. Then we have the multilingual manuals with text too small that you wonder if they really want you to read this. And we have a really nice cute pouch for the Insta360 X3, which fits really well to the camera. Nice touch. And lastly, we have a microfiber cloth here to make sure that our Insta360 X3 stays clean and smudge free. Let's remove the stickers here before we move on. Since this is a camera and it does not have its own storage, we of course need a memory card where we can store the captured videos and photos. Do note though that not all microSD cards will work on the Insta360 X3. I'm showing the compatible microSD cards as recommended by Insta360 from their website. To consistently achieve the best results with your X3, you should use UHS-1 microSD cards with a V30 or above speed class and formatted as XFAT. MicroSD cards such as UHS-2 or UHS-3 are not compatible and may cause the recording to fail, shooting to stop, or a damaged footage. To put in the microSD card, we will need to remove the battery first, and to do that, just push inward these two latch together and the battery will pop out, then you can pull it out. Then inside here, you will see the large SD writing, which indicates where you should insert the microSD card. With the contact pins facing down, push it in until it snaps in place. We can then put the battery back in. You'll know that the battery is locked properly when the orange indicator marks is hidden in the battery latch. If the orange color is still showing, it means it is not yet locked and your X3 will be vulnerable to water damage. When you have activated your X3 and it's your first use, I suggest formatting the microSD card using the camera to make sure that the right format and folders are properly set up in the microSD card. To do this, go to Settings, then find SD card, then Format, and confirm with a check. My 256 gigs of microSD took only 7 seconds to format. Okay. Let's go around the body of the X3 first. In the left side, you will find a microphone at the top. And by the way, Insta360 X3 has 4 microphones on every side of its body. One each on the left, front, right, and back, which helps if you choose directional audio when recording. Below, the microphone is the USB-C port. Just push the latch up so the door will open. Obviously, this can be used for charging, but it has more function than that. You can detach this door to use accessories for the X3, like a card reader, an external wireless microphone with USB-C interface, and more. When putting the door back, make sure that you push it in until the orange indicator mark disappears, just like the battery latch, so you are sure that the door is airtight. As already mentioned earlier, you can remove the battery by pushing both of its two latches inward, then pulling it out after it is popped out. Then just push back in, with the protruding nose of the battery at the bottom side. Again, no orange indicator color should be seen when it is properly locked. At the right side, we have the microphone again on the top, followed by the speakers, then the power button. Press that once to turn on, and press it about 2 seconds to turn off. Lastly, the quick menu button, which brings up the predefined recording settings. We then have the 2.29 touchscreen here at the front with a microphone hole on its top. While the back just have the Insta360 logo and another small microphone hole. Okay. As mentioned earlier, to turn on the X3, just press the power button once. Not like new gadgets today where you need to press for several seconds. Here it's just one push. And the boot up time is just 6 seconds, which is really nice. At the top left corner of the screen you will see the microSD card status, showing how many minutes left for videos or how many shots left for photos. The top right shows the battery percentage. At the bottom, the leftmost icons show the shooting modes, followed by the resolution and FPS, and an icon that can switch the preview shown in the screen between the inner or outer lens. When you swipe from the left edge of the screen going to the right, you will see the gallery. You can swipe up or down to scroll through the footages and photos. You can play the videos here or long tap a photo to view it in 360 mode. Just swipe right to left to go back to the main page. Swiping from left to right starting from the center of the screen will take you to the shooting mode. You can also tap the shooting mode icon at the bottom to go to the same menu. The 360 shooting modes include video mode, an active HDR video mode which is perfect for well-lit environment but not recommended for low light, an awesome 360-degree time-lapse mode, a time shift which can also be achieved by changing the speed of the footage when editing. Bullet time mode which needs the bullet time kit that I don't have yet. Loop recording which is basically a CCTV or dash cam mode. Star lapse which is a time lapse but specific for night sky. Burst mode that can take 9 photos consecutively. Interval, which is perfect for stop motion effects. HDR photo mode, and the normal photo which can be up to 72K resolution. For single lens mode, we have the normal video. The Me mode which automatically tracks the person holding the camera, regardless of where you point the camera to. Loop recording is here as well, and the photo mode. You can tap this resolution and FPS part at the bottom to change them. The values you can select here will depend on the shooting mode. Just swipe left or right to select values here. By the way, the latest firmware update now enables a 3K slow motion with 100 FPS, which is a great update. Then this icon in the bottom right changes the preview on the screen between the inner or the outer lens. The physical button below is to change the actual working lens between inner, outer, or 360 degree, which uses both lenses. Just to be clear, the screen icon just changes the preview and not the working lens, while the physical button changes the actual working lens. Then this circle physical button is the shutter button which starts or stops the recording or taking photos. Swiping from the right edge of the screen going to the left will open the options for your shooting mode. For automatic, you can adjust the color profile from either a standard, a log, which is the flat color profile, or vivid, which is the more colorful profile. Personally, I choose vivid here as I like a more saturated color profile. You can also adjust the white balance, exposure value, and toggle the isolated exposure which can be helpful if one side of the lens is brighter than the lens on the opposite side. For manual mode, it's the same options, but with the addition of the shutter speed and the ISO value. Manual mode is very useful when shooting on a low light environment. Swiping down from the top edge of the screen will show the shortcut menu. The first 4 icons are toggles for sound, indicator light, vibration, and quick capture. When quick capture is turned on, when you open the X3, it will automatically start recording, so I would not recommend turning that on. The next 4 icons at the bottom are settings for pre-recording, which starts recording few seconds before you hit record, for screen brightness, and toggle if you are using a lens guard or a dive case. The other 4 icons on the right side are for voice control options, connecting to AirPods, connecting to a Bluetooth remote, and for opening the settings. At first boot, we need to select our language, then tap on next. We will then need to install the Insta360 application in our phone to activate the X3. Just search for it in the Play Store or App Store and install. Once installed, open the app. Then allow all the permission being asked. Answer yes when asked if you have an Insta360 device. Then some more permissions. The app will then search for an Insta360 device. Once found, it will automatically connect to your X3. Then from your X3, you will receive notification where you'll need to tap the check icon to proceed with the connection. Then in your phone, you also need to confirm that you're connecting to the X3. After that, you will now activate the device. Activation will take about 20 seconds. And there we go. The X3 is now activated. We can now use it. One of the very first thing to do in the Insta360 X3 is to update its firmware. There is usually a pop-up for an update at this stage, but only if your data connection is on. See, your phone connects to the X3 by using the X3's private Wi-Fi network, which does not have internet. So the only way that you connect to the internet is through your SIM card's data. If that is turned off, you have no internet connection, thus no way for the app to check a new firmware online, thus a firmware update notification will not pop up. But don't worry, you can manually update the firmware easily by copying the firmware file to the microSD card. I'll create a dedicated separate video for that soon, so make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you won't miss it. As you can see here, my X3 has a low battery already. And that's the next first thing to do. Charge it before going nuts on using it for the first time. In the shortcut menu of the X3, enable the lens guard if you are using a sticky lens guard on your X3, like I do. This is important to make sure that the stitching will still be good even when there's a sticky lens guard installed. I would also recommend to change the audio settings to be on stereo. The directional focus will only use one microphone depending on where the video is facing when you reframe it, which can be great if you need that. The wind noise reduction does not work great. It does reduces wind, but only very little. So it will be better to just use the stereo as it can produce a more solid sound. Then I would go to the settings. Then open the video bitrate and put this to high. This will make sure that you capture the best possible photo or recording, which is what we need since we still reframe that 360-degree video and only actually capture parts of that 5.7K resolution. Then also set the video sharpness to low. The sharpening of X3 is a bit aggressive and videos come out better when sharpness is low. Now tap on the gyro calibration. Then place the X3 standing upward on a leveled surface. Then start the calibration. This will take just around 10 seconds. And you can always repeat this every time the X3 is having a problem detecting where the horizon line is. In the phone app settings, you also need to do a clear cache from time to save storage space. And unless you like the watermarks, I would also disable the Leica and the shot on watermarks. This Nader logo is also enabled by default, so I would also disable that. I don't know who this Nader is and why he has his own settings item here. I will let you explore the other setting items at your own time. And that's it. You can now go nuts and be creative with your Insta360 X3. Insta360 X3 has hundreds of accessories out there, but most of them are specific to an activity, like motorcycling. But the one accessory that you absolutely cannot live without when you have an X3 is the invisible stick. X3 is usually sold with this stick, but if what you're buying does not, you absolutely need to buy this too. You can't have a creative shot without it. The Insta360 X3 has a simple and elegant design that makes it easy to use and carry around. The touchscreen is one of the biggest improvements over the previous model, as it allows you to preview and adjust your settings, switch modes, and view your footage. The buttons are large and responsive, and the camera also supports voice control for hands-free operation. The camera feels solid and well built and can withstand some rough handling, except for the lens part. When shooting a video or taking a photo, just press the shutter button and go ahead with what you want to do. It's a 360 camera. So no matter where you point it, you will always be within the recording frame. But, unfortunately, that's only the half of it. Or maybe even just a third of it. Since after taking the footage, you will need to open it in the app to reframe it. One of the best features of the Insta360 X3 is its editing software, which is available for both desktop and mobile devices. The software allows you to reframe your 360-degree footage into any angle or perspective you want using easy and intuitive tools. You can also apply filters, transitions, music, stickers, speed effects, and more to your videos. The software also has AI-powered features that can automatically track subjects, create stories, or suggest edits for you. For desktop, you need to install the Insta360 Studio app, which you can get for free, and just enter your Insta360 X3 serial number to use the app. Copy the recordings or insert the micro SD to your PC and you can open them in the app and do the edits. But the much easier way to edit for me is through the phone. Just connect the phone to the X3 through the X3's Wi-Fi, then go to the album and you'll be able to see all the footages you've taken. Just select the footage for editing. And the best advantage of the phone app is the Shot Lab, which is not available in the desktop app. Each Shot Lab option has tutorials, so it's easy to do. Usually, you just select a Shot Lab that you want, feed it with your recording, and let it do everything for you. You just need to export the video after it is done. I'll also create a separate video on a more in-depth tutorial on how to edit the X3 recordings using the app. Watch out for that. I'll be showing you some sample videos I exported using the Shot Lab while I continue. As for the overall usage, the shooting is super easy, but if you are not a fan of editing, or don't have the patience to even explore the preset auto editing options of Insta360 app, then X3 might not be for you. As for the battery life, I always use it for about an hour recording footages or taking picture. Just to be clear, I'm not taking a 1 hour long footages, just 1 to 5 minutes footages each, but the camera is turned on for about an hour. When I get home, I again open the X3, connect my phone, and reframe the footages. I honestly enjoy editing, and about an hour of doing so, the X3 will have its light indicator blink with yellow light, saying that it has a low battery. So, the 1800 mAh battery lasts me for 2 hours, with 1 hour each for taking footages and for editing. It's a bit short for me, so I'm saving up to buy an extra battery and the fast charger hub soon. The good thing here for X3 is, even if you are charging the device, it is still usable. And since the charging port is a USB Type-C, you can easily bring a power bank with you for a longer shooting time. As for charging, from a low battery indicator to a full battery takes about 1 hour and 10 to 20 minutes. While charging, the light indicator will show a solid red, and when it is full, the light indicator will turn off. The Insta360 X3 is a versatile and powerful camera that can capture stunning 360-degree videos and photos, as well as single-lens videos with a wide-angle field of view. The video quality is sharp and detailed, with good dynamic range and color accuracy. The camera also supports HDR mode for both 360-degree and single-lens videos, which enhances the details in the highlights and shadows. The X3 also has excellent stabilization thanks to its flow state algorithm that keeps your videos smooth, no matter how shaky your movements are. The camera also has a range of shooting modes that let you unleash your creativity, as shown earlier. The X3 is a high-performance camera that offers a lot of options and flexibility for capturing and editing your videos. The camera delivers impressive video quality and stabilization, as well as fun and innovative shooting modes. One main weakness of the X3 though is on low-light scenarios. Shooting on auto is still okay on a well-lit natural light room, but the stabilization is becoming shaky. But on a medium or really low lighting environment, the auto mode will not cut it. You will need to shoot on a manual mode and adjust the proper shutter speed and ISO to get the best results. Just like what you are seeing now, which was shot during sunset time, on a 5.7K 30fps, with a shutter speed of 1/60 and an ISO of 125. I also adjusted the saturation to 100 when I edited this on the phone. The footage is good, but the stabilization is not as steady as with a bright daytime shot. Also, you need to keep in mind that the resolution of the whole 360-degree video is not really the resolution you're getting for the final cut that you're editing. You will always get just part of that whole, maybe just a half, a third, or even 1/4. So make sure that you always record the highest resolution possible, which in videos is 5.7K. Insta360 X3 is not perfect. It's not like any other cameras out there where you shoot something and you can readily post the footage that you got. Here, you will need to reframe first before getting awesome shots. And there's a bit of a learning curve to grasp 360-degree editing tools. The PC and cell phone also needs to have high specs for you to edit the recordings decently. Plus, in low light, you will need to learn the parameters for the manual mode to get a good footage. Most of these issues comes with time and learning. So if you don't have the time and patience for editing and tweaking, the Insta360 X3 might not be for you. Otherwise, this camera will blow your mind. You will definitely have a tons of fun and enjoy using the X3. It is waterproof, has rugged build, and very small, so you can take it anywhere. Make it function as a drone, as a webcam, as a dash cam, take it to adventures, and do all the things that you can do on a camera. That's how versatile this device is. But the Insta360 X3, only your creativity is the limit. The Insta360 X3 is one of the best 360-degree action cameras on the market right now. It offers a great combination of design, performance, features, and software that make it a joy to use and create with. If you are looking for a versatile and easy-to-use 360-degree action camera that can capture the entire world around you in stunning quality, then the Insta360 X3 is a great choice for you. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If it has helped you in any way, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Nilasuj for watching. Nova Air.